Okay, so attendees, hi guys, how are you? Can anyone please confirm my voice is audible? Yes, can anyone please give your response? Kiran, please stay here. I'm going to enable your audio to test some speaker here. Kiran, I'm going to enable your audio. Just say something. We can test here some speaker testing. Okay. Okay, Kiran. Kiran, can you unmute yourself? Talk something. Say something.
Yeah, hi sir. Hello sir.
Okay, you are talking something. Let me change the settings here. Kiran, you there?
Yeah, I'm there, sir.
Okay. Getting your voice. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. Kiran, did it speak loud?
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we are changing the settings. Please wait. Huh?
Yeah, okay, sir.
You can talk. He's talking. So we need to change the settings. I think issue is in the speakers. Kiran, you
Yes,
there?
sir. Tell me, sir.
Okay, you
Yeah,
are
I'm here, sir.
talking. Mm. Otherwise, Kiran, do one thing. You
Yeah,
can
okay.
play something, any song, something, so that we can verify parallelly.
Okay, sir. I will play Jabardast.
Better in your mobile. Can't we connect these speakers?
Yeah, is it audible, sir? I'm playing
Yes,
song.
Kiran. Coming voice from there, not here. Speakers problem. Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, audible, sir.
Yeah, Kiran is speaking. This issue, speaker issue. Mm. His voice, huh? Laptop is coming. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. Today we can leave it, no problem. Okay, Kiran, can you talk one more time?
Yeah, hi, sir. Am I audible?
Not coming.
Yeah, sir. I'm speaking, sir.
Yeah. Kiran, talk little loud.
Yeah, hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, this is clear now.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Thank you so much, Kiran.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Guys, others also, you can hear his voice, right? Okay. Yes, perfect. So guys, okay, Kiran, I'm going to mute you. Okay, now, so we can give this voice. What is the settings? Acha. Okay, ask them to come, students. Hi guys. Okay. So today, as we discussed, this is a backup class. If anyone want to talk to me, you can raise your hand. So I'm just enable your audio. If you have any confusions, any questions, you can ask. So raise your hand. I'm going to enable your unmute. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, sure. After the class, okay? Okay. Okay. Non-IT background, okay. What is your doubt? Easily, no problem. Are you able to understand is not the coming same that only it will be remaining classes also. There is no difference non-ITs and ITs. I can take care everything. No problem. Okay, you can handle it. Okay, so this is just a backup class, guys. I'm not going to discuss any new things here for today. So Priyanka raised hand, right? Let's enable she's. Where is Priyanka? Okay, I'm going to enable her audio. Priyanka, you can talk now.
Yeah, hi sir. Good morning. Can you
Very
hear me?
good morning. Very good morning.
Yeah, so I just have a doubt that I mean, what is EMR platform? Do you also teach this for the like Amazon EMR platform?
No, EMR is the different platform. It is comes under analytics platform.
Okay.
If
So the
you
thing,
want to if
yeah.
you want to start your career in a big data platform like
Mm-hmm.
analytics, big data migrations, then EMR is coming to the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is not our scope of this
No, no,
email.
no. DevOps is completely different. EMR is completely different. EMR is just EMR, Kinesis, Glue ETL. These are comes under ETL process.
Advanced level or beginner level that one?
Regarding EMR,
EMR is an advanced concept or like basic concept, sir?
no, it's a little advanced concept. You have to
Okay, okay,
understand database concepts first for
okay.
that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you have a good knowledge on database, Python or
Mhm.
PySpark, then you can start your journey in the data engineer role.
Okay. I'm a basically a machine learning engineer, sir. So
Okay.
that's why, yeah. So will this course be helpful for me? Like today we have, I mean, these days we have the course like a full stack machine learning and then full stack data science, right? So earlier I have learned this machine learning. So will learning of this DevOps along with the AWS will make me a full stack data science engineer or what?
Definitely, Priyanka. Now, everyone more focusing on the combination of AI and DevOps.
Okay,
The
okay.
coming
Yeah,
days are.
deployment purpose. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So it will really helpful for you. Guys, DevOps is a separate entity. We can adopt if you are a developers, if you are a tester, if you are an analytics background, if you are a AI, if you are whatever it is, we can adopt any in your process DevOps journey. Okay, this is separate entity. If you are a developer, also we can start DevOps, full
Okay.
stack, Python, whatever it is. Yes. Is it
Okay.
clear?
So, yeah, sir. So, in this course, will you be teaching the CI/CD pipeline making and all those?
Everything.
Okay, okay.
CI/CD approaches with all whatever configurations we have. I'm going to cover
Mhm.
everything.
Okay, and one more doubt, sir. Like yesterday, I have gone through the course curriculum. So
Okay.
I just, so I didn't find much about this AWS cloud platform description. So,
No, we
is
have
it in the
mentioned,
real
right?
time? Not much, I guess. I have.
You can open the content once. So is it latest version copy you got? In that VPC, EC2, RDS, Lambda is there, right?
Okay.
These are the AWS concepts.
Okay, sir.
AWS Cloud Computing, EC2, S3, EBS Volume, Lambda, RDS, DynamoDB.
Yeah, first one I got this DevOps virtualization Linux, and then cloud concept in that cloud computing virtualization AWS platform.
Yeah,
EC2 instance. Okay, okay.
yeah,
IAM. Shell script we have got.
yes. We can discuss here shell
Okay,
script or Python script, but not in advanced level, just for DevOps journey. Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So, I just want to ask that by learning this course, we will be able to manage the deployment overall, right, sir?
100%.
Okay. That is what my, what my intention, like,
You
to
can
learn this course.
deploy anything, any application, Node.js,
Okay.
Java applications, whatever it is. I will show you.
Yeah, sir. So mine base technology is Python, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Frank. Anyone, any others having any doubts? Python. So Python is a programming language only. Okay. So we can discuss in coming classes. That is not in a big part in our DevOps. Just for only. No need to learn DevOps. First, understanding the Python is fine. No need to write any program code, anything for us. Okay. That is whatever we discuss in the DevOps lifecycle, developers are push their code into GitHub, right? Our DevOps journey will start from the GitHub. Okay. The developers develop the code. That is they are taking care. If you are develop the code means what they will do. If everything will do, right? You have to do hard work. See, compared to all platforms for non-ITs, the better is AWS and any cloud or DevOps. I can say that. I mean, if you can take, so many non-popular skills are there. If you take, there is no zero coding, but opportunities are very, very less. Even you will not get any calls also. So if you are choosing a platform as a DevOps, you have to do hard work, but definitely you can survey. In my history, everything, my students are non-ITs or more. They are already cracked interviews. So many cases are there, right? I have shown you already seen, right? 2 days back, yeah. Hi, Vishal. Yes, working fine, everything. Yeah, thank you. So Vishal, yeah, MBA marketing, having 9 years of work sales. Now I want to change my domain DevOps. It is possible. Yeah, Vishal, in your case, you have to manage first your experience. You have a 9 years, right? So you don't show 9 years in DevOps. You can show in the marketing field 6 years, and after that I switched into DevOps 3 years. You can show that. It will work out. Okay, Priyanka. You can unmute and you talk.
Yes, so just now you said that, like, whoever the coding background is, like Java or Python or shell scripting, whatever it might be. So, you said that DevOps, our course should be learning, starting from, whenever like developer pushes the
Yes.
code into the GitHub, from there our journey will start, right?
Yes, yes.
So so the process will be same for any of the languages, base language the code is in, or else for Python it will be different, for Java it will be different, sir.
See, our main goal is to deploy our application into server, right?
Okay.
So whatever programming language is there, the
Okay.
process is same.
Okay, we'll be just converting whatever the programming language
I'm
into
coming.
some jar or
Yeah. I'm
whatever
coming to
file.
that. I'm coming to that.
Okay,
If it is a
okay.
Java, so we are using
Mhm.
Maven to generate a jar. So if
Okay.
it is a Node.js, we need an npm install for dependencies. There some little changes will come if the dependencies we are providing to work as a code, right? So after that, if you push the code into GitHub, our journey will start. Whenever dependencies, if developers write the code, definitely they will give to as a DevOps engineer, these are the dependencies I required. So you need to add in that in your journey. So we have to add dependencies in that. That's it only. Everything process is same, Docker and Jenkins configurations, deployment into Kubernetes, scanners, the security tools, all are same. No change.
What about Python, sir? Like I guess you're towards Java this bias is going on. But what about the Python? Will the like you just said that for the Maven we'll be using this Java. So
See,
for Python, is there any tool?
okay, Python py build is there. Okay, py
Okay,
build is
okay.
there. We can do it. And first we need to understand. See, Maven, Java, if it is a front-end applications, we are doing like that. If it is a back-end applications, we have no need to do any build options, right? The back-end application communicate with the front-end application. So
Yeah.
your front-end, back-end both are Python means, I think in that cases, we are using mostly in the Node.js applications for the front-end and Java, right?
Okay.
Yeah, in that case, the process is same. It will not change. If you
Okay,
are
sir.
using Python Django, the process may little different.
Okay, sir. So, one request, sir. Could you, throughout the course, could you please, tell the options for Python as well?
What options? Okay, I will show you.
Deployment purpose. Yeah.
I will show you something to you.
Not only with Java, you can, consider this Python and also in
Okay,
your mind
I
when
will
you're
show you
just studying.
something. Just are you able to see my screen, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go now. Okay, if you can see here, are you able to see this architecture? Guys, can anyone please confirm? Okay, Priyanka, you there? Okay, you can talk now.
Yeah, sir. So it's getting, that unmuting is disabled, I guess. Yeah, I can see the architecture, sir.
See here, we are using Maven for dependencies provide to your code, Java code, right? This will give the developer how to do it, what dependencies is required. This is not our job. We are configuring the Maven. That's it only. Okay.
Okay.
If it is a Node.js, we need to configure npm. That information will provide by developers. If it is a Python, required Python plugins information will provide by Python developers. That's it. We need to configure only. Once we configure it, after Docker, Trivi, containers, Argo CD, Kubernetes, these are all same for any programming language.
Okay.
Here you and DevOps, developer and DevOps closely work what dependency is required for the source code. Whatever it is, any code, any language, you developers has to say that to DevOps engineers. This code will work on these dependencies. So I need these dependencies from your end. Okay, then both can work closely. What dependencies is required, we need to add into that. Okay. So once we given configuration to developer, after that the job everything is same till Kubernetes.
Okay.
So as
So
engineer, you can handle any programming language, any scripting language configurations. Code will write by developers. That's it.
okay, so our starting point will be from the Maven, right? Like Maven will be giving us the requirements. So as per that, we will be changing. We as a developer will be changing, adding additional whatever the
Plugins.
requirements are given by the by the Maven required by the Maven. Am I
Yes.
correct, sir?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm not saying only Maven. So many tools are there in the market.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Oh yeah.
So we need to understand only one thing, guys. Our code is ready. Our source is ready. Next is we need to generate plugins. Okay, libraries, the respect to code to work. Why? This code is running in your local laptop. You have added already plugins, everything in your local laptop. It's working fine. But this code has to run where? In the server. In the server also, we need to add these plugins, right? That's what we are using any tool to generating a plugins for this code. So these plugins will help to run a code in Docker. Like that, it will work again and again, same process. Yeah. We cannot install plugins in this code in the local, like local. For example, if you can see in my local, this is my Python code, for example. Okay. It will run in my local laptop. Damn sure. If I run it, it will run it. The reason is I have added the required plugins and dependencies in my local laptop. But if I run the same code in EC2 instance, it will not run. It will not understand what code it is. You need to inform me clearly. Add this respect to dependencies, add this respect to libraries. So if you are pushing this code only into your GitHub, but the whatever Maven, NPM, the plugin tools are there, we have to configure. So before running this code into server, add that plugins into this code and then generate a image if it is a Docker. Now image contains plugins and this code also. Why? If you can see this architecture, before generating image, I have added plugins to run this code. See, after image, if you add Maven, is it any use? No use. This image contains source code only. No plugins. It will not run in your Kubernetes. So I have only code, no dependencies. How can I run? So that's what we are adding Maven here. The required plugins to run this code I'm adding here. Then generating Docker Hub to generate an image. That image contains plugins plus a source code. Clear? No, sir. Image, I'm not going with the Kubernetes. I'm going to host my application directly on EC2 instance. In that case, Maven will generate a jar file. That jar file, no need to convert into image format. Directly, you can host jar file into your server. Server can understand your application, it will run. The jar contains source code plus dependencies. Clear? Okay, this is the concept. Here, Terraform is to understand it, guys. Terraform is to infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, for example, I need a Kubernetes. I need a EC2 instance. I need a Docker. I need a Sonar Cube. So how you can configure these things, how you can install these things into your source, in your process by using Terraform, we are going to do it. Terraform can create EC2 instance. Terraform can create, these are AWS services. So Terraform can create AWS services by using code. The code is very easy. I will take care of it. Clear? Yeah. Any doubts still? Maven is not required every process. If you can see here. Okay, this difference you can understand, guys, here. Yeah. Here I use Node NPM. See, this code will run on these plugins, Node help, Node NPM plugins. That code may run on Maven plugin help. So that is, we need to understand which plugins we need to provide. We have to provide that. But entire process is same, right? Only this will change. That's it. See, guys, if you know the process, configuration of Jenkins, configuration of Terraform, configuration with containers and Kubernetes, if you know this process, here only 5%. This 5% we can work with developers and clear that issue. Rest, everything is same. So this architecture, and now if you can see this architecture, there is no different. Here will change. Clear, everyone? Yes, just like a Gradle. So many building tools there in the market. Maven, Gradle, so many. Is it clear, everyone? Anyone has any doubts? Okay, so let's start now. I hope this is backup class, right? Okay. Which level Linux na? Okay. That also will clear your doubt. See, 61 commands are there, right? Linux, these are fine. No need to learn the advanced level since you are not a Linux administrator role, right? You are doing DevOps role. Your main goal is DevOps. So to work, to support kind of like whatever Python, Linux, these are just some level, it is fine. No need to go in depth. Okay. So this document I made, based on the important commands, required DevOps journeys. So I have made it. So this is fine. No need to go any further action. So these 61 commands are fine. Okay. If you learn these 61 commands, I'm going to teach in 4 classes. So that's it for the DevOps. If any new command will come, you can check it in Google. We can do it. There is no big task for that. Yes, I'm here to teaching Linux also. So before DevOps, we have to clear about Linux, guys. That's what we are going to teach Linux. Next, any questions? Guys, further, there is no backup classes. This is the last class. And Monday onwards, we are going to jump directly into the concepts. Guys, don't think much more concepts, okay? Thousands of tools are there in the market. If someone may ask, learn this one. Someone may ask this, learn this one, okay? So learn first DevOps lifecycle. So for example, okay, if you can see here, we are using here Jenkins, right? We have so many tools are there in the market, CI/CD tools. Bamboo is there, okay, and Rio is there. So many are there. But 5-year learning, these are the more popular. 90% projects they are adopting Jenkins. But if you learn other tool, same CI/CD, approach is same, right? We need to take the source code, we need to deploy here. Approach is same. The difference is UI may different, user interface may different. Same AWS, same Azure, same VM. UI will different. But Azure mission also without operating system, it will not run. GCP server also without hard disk, it will not run, right? These are the technical configurations. Same thing in the Jenkins, how to configure EC2 instance. Definitely EC2 is saying, if you configure me, you have to configure these steps. That is Jenkins not saying. To Jenkins EC2 is saying, same thing. If other tool will come, you have to do same process. Other tool will, without accessing EC2, it will not fetch data from the Git. Same process it has to follow. But UI will different. Same thing, Maven, Gradle. Agenda is what we need to provide the plugins. That's it. Okay. Yeah. We are here to understand which tools are more popular. We are going to learn those tools only. Kubernetes are there. Why EKS? Can't we learn AKS? GKE? If you know EKS, one day task to understand AKS. Only one command is different. That's it. Remaining all commands are same. So you can update in your resumes AKS, GKE also. The reason is only creating cluster command is different. Once you create, go inside of EKS or AKS, JKE, all Kubernetes commands will run only. Clear? The deployment.yaml, what I have shown yesterday class, the deployment.yaml, we don't know which deployment.yaml is it EKS, AKS, JKE also. Same process. We are running in EKS, that's it only the difference. Okay? Process is same everywhere.
So you need to understand the life cycle here to here. That's it. Why Docker? Can't we use anything? You can use it. Rocket also we can use it. But no one is using the Rocket D. All are using Docker Hub. But Rocket D also same process, creating images. Clear, guys? Understanding? Yeah, I will give it now. That's what today's backup class, Naresh. Anyone has any doubts? Anil, I'm going to take care of Linux classes. If you want to learn Linux in advanced level, there is a Linux sessions are going on. You can take it. It is free or not, I don't know that. But I think it is free. But something, if there is any changes has been placed recently, I don't know that. But earlier Linux classes also free for DevOps and AWS engineers. But no need to learn in that level. Unnecessary wasting of your time to spend more time on the Linux. Okay, it is not, we are not here to learn Linux. We are here to learn DevOps. Understand it. If you spend your 60 days time on Linux or 30 days time on Linux, maybe your profile may fit into Linux administration role only, not in DevOps. Clear? Shall we start now? So online team, can you please respond here? New joiners, especially here, so that I will understand how many are there. I will start. Okay, Pavel, you are the new joiner. And new joiners means 2 days. If you join 2 days back also, you can consider as a new joiners. I mean, Thursday joiners, Wednesday joiners, you can consider as a new joiners. Only Pavel? What about others? Online? So you are all guys are there from day one? No. Okay. Pavan, Harshad, Abdul, Shaikh. Okay. Okay. Okay, Shoaib, Priyanka. Okay. Okay. I will just show you something. Yeah, Mahesh from last 2 days also consider as a new joiner. Okay. Simple thing, guys. What we discussed in the last 4 classes, I'm going to give you a little idea about on that. Okay. Just concentrate only half an hour. You will get it everything. It will take only 1 hour. See, backup classes is nothing but if you can go and see my recordings, you can easily understand. Same class I'm repeating in different ways only. Okay, guys, let's assume now. Let's assume now. DevOps lifecycle. Okay, DevOps lifecycle. So first of all, what is DevOps? We need to understand. So many of the people saying DevOps is nothing but tools configurations. It's a bridge between developers and operations. So there is no specific term for the DevOps role. You can do everything, anything in the project. You can automate the tasks. You can configure your process. Okay, you can create a deployments. You can enable a monitoring system. You can enable a security system. Whatnot. So many things you can do it by using DevOps lifecycle. So there is no only single words of DevOps is a tools configuration. I can't say that. So I can say only one term. DevOps is a process. Improves organization ability. Organization's ability to release application quickly. I can say that. Okay. So from this sentence, we can understand what is DevOps first. So guys, release the application. Release the application means, guys, if you can go any website, Yes, thank you so much, Abdul. So if you can show here, for example, Amazon or Flipkart. This is Flipkart application. Flipkart application is running in one server. So it is running in one server. Yes, that's what we are able to access by internet, using internet. If you are using www.flipkart.com, the request will go to Flipkart server only. We can see the Flipkart application only. So the backend, the Flipkart domain name, the backend, one IP will work. That IP will communicate your request to take into that actual server. So now we can see here Flipkart application is running. So if the client is giving any project to you, like Flipkart, some example.com. So now client is there, is given to your team, implement example.com. Implement example.com. Okay, so immediately client is approaching to your team. I'm looking for a people to develop example.com project. Okay, so it looks like you can understand Flipkart or Amazon, whatever. Okay, so now we need a team, right, to develop an application. We need a team, right, to test the application. We need a team to monitor the application. So before that, we need a team to understand the process. Okay, client is approaching to some TCS company. Let's say an example. So he is requesting to TCS, implement the project example.com. Maybe the project looks like this UI e-commerce. So in this project, so I'm going to host some groceries, flight bookings, ticket bookings, and food delivery options, something, whatever. This is the project. Okay. So definitely client is saying, I'm going to host some shopping applications and, food delivery options, something. So there is a planning team immediately in the TCS. The planning team discuss, okay, the client is looking the project like Flipkart, like Zomato. So for example, Flipkart not giving, no, there is no any food delivery options in the Flipkart. So now client is looking, we can do both modules, like we can deliver the food, we can enable the shopping option in this example.com. So at this time, Flipkart also not, there is no option to deliver the food here. Can't we implement this one like Flipkart? So both I can give in this example.project. This is the idea comes from client. Okay, planning team received this all informations from the example.com project. Okay, so they are discussed, okay, we needed some budget for this project. So we can, these many teams are required to implement this project. They have decided the team, okay, we can handle this project. So planning team hand over the project from the client. Okay, now planning team is ready. Yes, for this project, client is willing to give this budget. This is the time duration, budget, time duration of the project. Okay, they have given the some information. This is the 2 million something. Time duration is 1 year. They have given. And it is a 2 millions, whatever, dollar something. Okay. So, okay, planning team agreed with this requirement and budget and time duration. So immediately the planning team decided to hire the team, started to hire the team. The first team is design team. Design team. Okay. So design team, for example, take some architectures. Okay, why can't we take our architecture? Okay, let's go there directly. Copy it. Okay. So design team prepared one architecture. Okay, this is the project we need to implement. So these many tools we need to configure. This is the architecture. So immediately, okay, they come to know we need to hire the people, at least 10 members for this project. This is the architecture. If you can see this architecture, people who knows from AWS background, people is from Terraform background, people is from developers background, we have started hiring. Okay, the architecture is finalized. This is proposing architecture. I can say proposed architecture. Next, they have hired the people, the developers are 3 members, testers are 2 members, like that required team they have hired. Okay. So now, so simply, if you can see here, we have hired the team. We have hired the team. Okay, we have hired the team. Maybe it is a DevOps or a developers, testers, required dependencies based on the required project, based on the requirements. So based on the budget, time, duration, we have hired the people. So now, okay. So any project, the journey will start after designing team, after finalize the architecture design team. Work starts from developers to develop the code on this project, right? So in the Flipkart also, if you can see, developers develop the groceries applications, mobiles application by the backend. There is a code run, the code developed by developers. Okay. So developers start their work. Developers start their work. So let's example. Let's say here 3 developers are there now. Okay. Let's say 3 developers are there now. Okay, you can understand. 3 developers are there. Or 1 developer, whatever it is, you can understand it here. Okay. So developers write the code. Information gathered from the design team and architecture. So first they will write the code. So this is the information. First we need a login details. First we need a UI details. First we need so like that they have given some information. The background color is like that. So they started their journey, right? The work. So okay, they are developing a code, but I can say Flipkart application or Amazon application, Instagram, whatever it is applications, they have not implemented in a single day, right? Just they have implemented first, maybe more groceries or login page or cart page or become a seller and everything is good. Next appliances, next travel, one by one, they can implement. They can check each and every application. It is fine or not, right? So once they have implemented, for example, any grocery application like a Flipkart inside your example.com project. So once they have implementation got done, they need to store this code in some remote location. Why? He is not a only one employee working with the code. Maybe others also working with the code. 3 developers are there, right? In that case, 3 developers are there. So we can understand simply here, not only one developer, so that we can push your code in somewhere. Okay. So one more developer is coming into the picture. Same one more developer is coming into the picture. So only one developer will not develop everything, right? Definitely 3 or 4 people can work on this big project. So dev team means developer team. Okay. So the dev team is started the coding of the one by one First, we can implement login page, then we can implement groceries, we can implement food delivery options inside our example.com project. So in the example.com project, so this is the example.com project. So in the example.com project, yes, please. So we can see here food delivery options. And we can see in this login page, I mean, to give you our details. And we can see here cart details. Okay. So many options we can enable in the example project. If you can see, these are maybe other things. Offers are running something slides. Okay. So this is the agenda we need to develop. First, they are working with the food delivery option. This application in the example project like Flipkart. Okay. So they have implemented some food delivery option in that example project. Okay, this is working fine in my local laptop. This is the project. Let's assume I have implemented code for the login page. If I run here, this is working fine in my local laptop. But finally, we have to hand out this application to customers, right? So customers means you and customers, there is a bridge server, right or not? So for example, if you are accessing, I'm the customer, I'm the customer, I'm the customers. These many people are accessing your website. These many people are accessing your website. Which website it is? Maybe whatever you are developing, example.com or Flipkart. So this application you are able to use means definitely this application hosted in one server. Hosted in one server. The server is having IP address, right? That is a public IP, whatever 192.168.1.2. For example, this is the IP. So inside applications are running, Flipkart applications are running. This is maybe groceries. And this is maybe furniture or something. So this is maybe mobiles. Okay, this is maybe mobiles. So if you can see, once you go in, so once you open flipkart.com in your laptop, the request will go to Flipkart server. And Flipkart server will give to information to your laptop in user. This is the my Flipkart application. And again, you just click on that groceries. Again, groceries information you are coming to your laptop. Correct or not? Same thing. Other game I can open mobiles. To enter into the mobiles, first we need to enter into the Flipkart server. And again, mobiles. If you can see here, I'm in the Flipkart, right? If I need a mobiles, you can give like this also. Directly mobiles page will open. Or you can remove this. Okay. You can remove this. You can click on the mobiles also, right? So maybe customers don't know to give the paths, right? So if I need a mobiles now, okay, /mobile. If I need a furniture now, /furniture. They don't know, right? We need to provide in the UI. Though they can click and they can see. See here also, indirectly what's going on here? If I open groceries means the request will go to Flipkart first, /groceries. If I open mobiles means Flipkart /mobile. Means these are the different application inside Flipkart server. Clear? Same thing if I want to develop something into that. my project, what we discuss, the request will go to first server, right or not? So you have implemented login page, for example, login page. So you have a call with the client. Hey client, I have completed login page. Can you please check once? If you hand over this code to client, may he will not understand your code, right? See guys, I don't know what is Python. I don't know what is Java. I don't know what is other languages. I need output. That's it. Whatever you have implemented, show me in the UI. I can understand. Customers also understand like that only, right? Okay, immediately you have opened your page. Hey client, this is the UI. This is the I have implemented. So if you want to show to your client, definitely you have to host in one server, right? Then only we can open the server IP. Hey client, this is the agenda. So what you are looking. So for that we need a server. For that we need a server. So you need to understand guys, you need a server means we need to create a server, right? We need to create a server. So here we need to understand. Okay, we need a servers. Okay, we need a server. So what you did, hey client, this is the login page. This is the login page hosted into server. This is the server public IP. You can check it. So immediately client will open and hit the public IP. He can able to see in the UI login page. And he will give his details. Okay, it is working fine. So further server is required, right? Okay. So whatever developers develop the code, we should not directly push from the laptop to server. So we are going to maintain some remote repositories, some remote locations. So we are going to handle some remote locations. So in this remote location, these 3 developers exchanging their codes. Clear? So for example, this guy implemented 2 lines of the code for the login. This guy parallelly working for some other lines of the code in the login page. And this guy is also developing other lines of the code in the. So one person cannot work with that same thing, right? So they are changing, just exchanging their tasks. You can do this thing. I can do this thing. So, but these 3 are working for only one code. So if you're maintaining the codes in your local laptop, others may cannot access, right? For example, you are on the leave. You need to wait for other, so others can wait for you to give your code to them to develop. Okay. So this is the 3 lines of code. For example, here also 2 lines of the code, 2 lines. Here 4 lines. If you add all 6, 7 lines or 9 lines only, one login page will complete. Okay, login page will complete. For example, this guy is implemented 3 lines of the code. He is not available for 3 days, but login page is still pending, right? After, whatever the 3 all lines code merge means one code will form. That is login page. But he is completed his task, but maintaining in his laptop the code. How can I access? He's not available for last 2 days or 3 days. So every time, if you do any changes, we need to push into some remote repository. Okay, some remote repository. For example, he is not available now. I can take it from here, right? He is already maintaining everything into some remote repositories. He can take from here. He is available or not, no problem. And also, for example, this laptop may corrupted. So here we can take it from here, right? Otherwise, you need to write code again. That's whatever you have implemented today, immediately maintain into one remote repository, push it into here. In the remote repository, the code will be there always, whatever changes you are doing here. If laptop corrupted, no problem. Buy a new laptop and take this code from remote repository and start your work. Clear? So we need to maintain the remote repository. From here to here, we can deploy your application into server. Is it clear? So from here, DevOps journey will start. How to deploy? Shall I deploy directly? No. So now we need to understand. Here, multiple, you are writing maybe Java language, Python, whatever it is, guys. One code is running in your local laptop means just now what we discussed, the Lambda handler, import Boto3. See, I have already installed import Boto3 in my laptop. Okay, for example, if you can go file, go to settings. So if you can go the plugins, see Boto3 is installed in my local laptop. Okay. So Boto3 is there in my local laptop. So to run this code, Boto3 plugins are required. That's what I have installed Boto3 in my local laptop. The same code will run in server main. Server also looking for Boto3, right? See, no module named Boto3. I have deleted now. It is not running in my local laptop also. I'm going to add Boto3 module. Settings, interpreter, add Boto3. Okay, click on that, install packages. It's installing now. Okay, installation successfully done, right? Now if I go, if I run this code, no error, right? Why? I have added plugins in my local laptop, but this code will run where? Server, not in your local laptop, right? But server also expecting import Boto3, right, to run this code. So we need to add required plugins for the code. Clear? We need to add required plugins. Okay, you have added required plugins for this code. But for example, 100 plugins, 100 dependencies, and plus your source code. So come to here. For example, guys, after remote repository, to run this code in the server, we are going to add plugins. That's what we understand now, right? Okay. Plugins and dependencies required to run this code into server. Clear? Okay. But here your source code is there. Here source code plus plugins plus dependencies. Okay, we need to deploy into your server. Same thing in server is my laptop. You can assume this laptop is my server. Code is there, dependency is there, required package is there. Then only code is running. This code now I'm going to run in this server. You can assume this is also laptop server, both are working same process. So this server also need required plugins, dependencies plus code. Then only your server will run this code. And if I access by using public IP, I can able to see. But okay, if it is a simple code, one code you are adding this. If it is a multiple lines of code, multiple plugins, multiple dependents, how difficult to upload, update all dependencies along with your code. So that's what we are choosing build option here. Build option. Build is nothing but here we are generating one file, only one file, not multiple files. That file contains all plugins, dependencies plus your code. Okay. So the build, the output file is jar file or var file or year file. There we have a 3 modes of files to host application, to host your code into server. Java archive. Okay. So web archive, like that, there is a different files are there. In that jar or var or year files contains equal to now source code plus dependencies plus plugins. Clear? Okay, so jar file contains source code plus dependencies plus plugins, right? So now my jar file is ready, right? Now my jar file is ready, right? So I can host my jar file directly into my server now. So server can understand, okay, plugins also there in the file, dependencies also there in the file, code also there in the file. Now server can understand, run this application. So in this example also, we can add all files and make it into one zip format, right? We can do it, right? Multiple files, for example, I want to make it as a zip format for all this to send someone. We can do it, right? Select all. We can compress into zip file. See, zip file is created. Zip file contains what? All files. In this case, source code, plugins, dependencies. Manually, we can do it also, but it's very difficult to do manually every time. Okay, manually every time. That's what we are using one tool to do this activity. Okay. Clear till here now? Okay, you have deploy a file into server. Server contains jar file contains source code plus dependencies plus plugin. Now you can share this IP to your client. Now run the application first and give this information to client. 192.168.1.2. This is IP can access client. He can able to see the, okay, this is looks good what he implemented. Go ahead for next application. Like that we can do it, right? Okay. So now we need to understand one thing. But we should not simply host the file. We need to understand it first. Maybe this is testing purpose only. Now if you can go for the real environment, client only not access your application, right? Who can access? Group of people, right? Group of people can access your application, right or not? See, group of people can access your application. Is this clear now? So in this case, one server is fine? No, right? Are you able to run 1,000 applications in your mobile? Your RAM will not support, right? After 10 applications, close 10 applications, open 11th application. Same your laptop also. If you run a PUBG, definitely your configurations are busy with your PUBG. RAM, you need to increase it, right? You can increase somewhat level. After that, you already increase whatever the extension is there. Then we need to purchase one more laptop. So here one server is not sufficient, right? Definitely multiple servers are there. Definitely multiple servers are there. So as we know the configuration of the servers, we need a, for example, yeah. So we need a multiple servers. This is clear. Okay, we need a multiple servers. Okay. Multiple servers required to give high availability to customers. Client is different, customers are different here. Okay, don't confuse. Huh? Okay. Now, high availability is nothing but as we discussed in the last classes, the only one thing, a simple word is if customers are accessing, right? Customers are accessing multiple servers, not only one server, right? The request may come here or here or here, right? Right or not? But if the multiple servers concepts coming means we are using load balancer. Why? This IP is different, this IP is different, this IP is different, but application is same. IPs are different means if I'm using flipkart.com, my request will go to only first server or second server or third server. Otherwise, what you need to do? I need to maintain flipkart1.com, flipkart2.com, flipkart3.com. The backend IPs are different, right? So to avoid that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a one load balancer. So simply I can create a one ELB. So to take this ELB here, so group of people only access ELB. Now ELB will send traffic to multiple servers, right? Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Now, okay. What? Okay, guys, information from Shrikant, he is the admin. Please go through the recordings. We have done 8 classes, but 8 classes are same like these classes only. There is no any difference. If you are fine this class, I can say no need to go this all classes also. These are all related to same class. Okay. Okay. So my website is running in the server. One server, second server, third server also. For example, this server may fail now. Is there an impact? 2 servers are running, right? Same application, no impact the people. Immediately we can rectify the issue or create one more server. How to create one more server? We are using auto scaling concepts in AWS. We are using auto scaling concepts. Auto scaling concepts to increase the server. For example, 3 servers are busy. I need a fourth server immediately. Who will create? Auto scaling will create. 4, 5, 6. You have to define the set points. Hey, if traffic is more, you can create 7 servers, 8 servers, 9 servers. Auto scaling is taken. So now, okay, everything is done in the server end. So now my question is, can we deploy server application directly into the server? If I ask me this question, I can say no. The reason we need to implement some security things. So we cannot deploy directly code into your servers. We need to test that code. Is it fine or not? Maybe in that code, developers are not maintaining quality. Hackers can easily hack the code with that quality. So we need to add some quality checks, quality test, code quality. Code quality test. Okay. That so once quality may pass, then we can deploy into your server. Clear? Yeah. I can deploy into my server. Okay. I can deploy into my servers. Now code quality pass. So we need to understand, right? The traffic, whoever accessing my server. So I need to provide some monitoring system. What is my server load at this time? From that monitoring system only we can alert, right? Okay, 3 servers are not fine. We need to increase 4th server, 5th server. People are already accessing 3 servers, full of the full traffic in my servers. Better to add one more server. I can say to auto scaling, can you add one more server? I'll change the set point of auto scaling. If it is I have given 4 maximum servers, I can go and change it into maximum servers count is 6. Now auto scaling able to create 6 servers. If 5 servers reach to maximum value, you will get an alert. Immediately go to auto scaling, add instead of 6, we can add 7 plus 8 also. If the servers are reaching to 7, traffic are increased to 7, so we have only one instance is a buffer. Can we add one more 2? Go to auto scaling, we can say that. It will increase like that. So definitely we need to enable dedicated monitoring system. Dedicated monitoring system. Okay, my question is here, who will send the code from GitHub to here? Who will send the code from here to here? Who will send the code from here? Are you going to do manually? Okay, let's example, you are doing the manually. So now thing is here, in the Flipkart application, let's assume in your website, example.com, okay, in your example.com, you have developed an application. Some issue is there somewhere, maybe customer service or electronic, some issue is there. Immediately, based on the feedback of the customers, so immediately the issue is reached to developers, right? Hey, I'm unable to access something is there, or someone is hacking the customers. Immediately, he will work on the customer's application block, try to add some content in that and rectify the issue, right? Immediately, right after rectifying the issue, he's pushed this code into remote repository. Now, build team take the code and build it. And test team or whatever team test the code and give green signal to host into your server. But here, if you are doing the manual process, definitely time taken. Maybe he is not available, he is available, he is not available. So many reasons, manual interruptions, we can say so many reasons, right? So whenever we need to orchestrate this process, whenever developers rectify the issue and code is pushed into remote repository, immediately this will reflect into server. No manual interruptions. It has to go into build, it has to go into quality checks, it has to go into server. These many stages you need to handle automation. That is called CI/CD. Okay. continuous integration. So continuous deployment or release. Okay. Continuous deployment and continuous integration. What is continuous integration? What is continuous deployment? This block is continuous deployment. Okay. So integration means we have to integrate with the developer's remote repository. Whenever they push their code, based on our integration, our deployment will start. This is means CI/CD. If you are not integrated with their system, your deployment is ready, but you have not integrated their system, right? So if not integrated means we don't know when they are push the code or not, right? We have to integrate it, boss. Whenever push the code into your GitHub repository, your DevOps lifecycle will start. So you have to integrate my developer system into DevOps system. This is called continuous integration. We can deploy, we can push the code, we can pull the code, we can push the code. Changes we are doing continuously. Your integration has to handle your integration. That is called continuous integration. Whenever your integration is triggered, your deployment will start. This is continuous deployment. Your integration, some code will change, some changes, immediately it will detect, pass it into build, pass it into quality text, pass it into server. This is continuous deployment. Is it clear, everyone? So we have a multiple stages comes into the picture, but as this is very high level. This is the main agenda. So in this case, remote repository means we are using GitHub in our DevOps. In our build tool, we are using Maven. In our code quality test, we are using Sonar. So in our CI/CD, we are using Jenkins. Yeah, you can take it. So in this process, we are using Jenkins to monitor the process. And also Jenkins configure your monitoring system. Clear, everyone? So now, if you can see here, my monitoring system, I'm using Grafana or Prometheus. Okay, cool. Now we know CI/CD, we know Maven, we know GitHub, we know Sonar, we know servers. So what type of servers it is, sir? Physical servers, or cloud servers, or cloud AWS servers, or cloud Azure servers, or cloud GCP servers, whatever. So we are using AWS servers. We are using AWS servers. Clear? So that's what we are learning AWS servers first. Okay. Now one more question, sir. You are saying creation of servers in the AWS, right? How to create a servers? Adding the servers is taken care by auto scaling. First we need to create first server, right? At least create only one server. With this cloning option, create 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 same application. But first server, how to create, sir? We are using Terraform. Is it clear, everyone? So in this, we are missing something. What? Docker, Kubernetes, right? The two is missing, right? So the same architecture, guys, in the same architecture, if you can see, to provide high availability, we are increasing the servers count, right? So if you need only one server or two servers, okay, I need only, for example, this is for what? Only login page or food delivery page inside your example.com, right? Example.com project. In this example.com, this is login page only. To provide high availability, we are creating multiple login page applications to servers, right? This is login page. This is also login page. Yes, you tell me one thing. This is login page. If I want to add one more application, I mean food delivery option inside our example.com, we can add onto that same server or multiple servers. But to provide high availability, we should not maintain all application in one server. The reason, for example, you tell me the reason. The Flipkart. Yes, for example, mobiles is not working. Mobiles application is not working. Is there an impact on other applications? No, right? Okay. Correct. No. You guys are saying no. In this login application servers, if I go and add mobiles also, same servers, mobile application also. Now come here. If mobiles are not working, mobiles hosting server is not working. What about login? Login also not working, right? Why both are in same server? If one server made down, we are able to access login page, mobiles also. Why both are in same server? So to provide high availability in the real case, we are not maintaining each multiple applications, same server. That's what you guys are even not experiencing in Flipkart is under maintenance. Clear? Why? If something is wrong, maybe travels is in the some issues come. There is no impact on other applications. Why? See, if 1 million people accessing Flipkart for this time, if your travels issue will come, 1% people may affect. Remaining 99% can shop other things, right? This is what high availability of other services. If only impact is only 1%, 99% can do the activity. But if you host all application in one server, if server will come in any issue, you are unable to see even Flipkart page. Clear or not? In this case, if I add travels, appliances, home, and all are in same server, server made down, all applications will down. So again, sir, travel issue will come now. How many servers you are maintaining in travel? I'm maintaining multiple servers. Again in the travel. Why? To provide high availability. No, I'm not going to take risk even 1% people also. I'm going to provide travels also high availability zone. I mean high availability. How you can provide? You need to provide again 3 servers for travels. I'm not saying 3. Maybe 1 million people, whoever 1 million people are going to access all our travels. Also, you have to provide high availability. In that case, your monitoring system will help. Hey, you have given 3 servers for login page, right? People are accessing more than 3 servers ready to access. They are already reached 3 servers are busy now. Add one more server. Immediately I can go and add in my auto scaling set point, add one more server, add one more server for only login page only. What about bookings? What about groceries? What about clothes? You have to add, you have to create servers, you have to add auto scaling load balancers, right? This load balancer will work. If you can see, guys, Flipkart cloths are mobiles. You are in mobile application. How many servers are running in your mobile application? Is it only one? Multiple, right? Multiple means definitely load balancer will work. So this request will go to mobile's load balancer. If it is a cloths load balancer. If it is a something load balancer. So what's going on here? What's going on here? You are increasing the complexity indirectly. You are increasing the servers count. You are increasing the dependencies. So finally your cost is increasing. And if something issue will come, it's very difficult to monitor the issue, very difficult to identify the issue since you have thousands of load balancers. You have thousands of auto scalings, you have thousands of servers. So you have to maintain manpower for monitoring system. You have to deploy many security systems for multiple servers. All are increasing, right? So what we can do, I can host only one server. I can host only one server. Okay. If you host one server, how your system will help here? We can understand now. So, okay, come to here. Okay. You can host only one server. Okay. You just host only one server. Then how you can handle multiple applications? How you can handle multiple application in one server? So that's what Docker is coming to the picture here. If you install Docker here on your EC2 instance, on your AWS EC2 instance, if you install Docker, so Docker will provide okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me explain in a very big level. In your EC2 instance, okay, in your EC2 instance, in your server, in your server one, okay, the server one EC2 instance, the server one is EC2 instance, you can assume it. On top of the server, you have installed Docker. Is it clear, everyone? What Docker it will do, I'm going to explain now. On one server, you have installed a Docker. Docker. So Docker is saying, okay. So you have a list 5 applications, for example. You have 5 applications, right? So Docker will provide containers. Docker will provide container 1, for example, container 2. This is for login page. And container 1, container 2. Maybe this is for food ordering or clothes. And provide container 1, container 2 for some other. If you can see here, okay. In the login page, the Docker is creating a container login page. This one also login. Okay. This one maybe clothes. Okay. This one may be mobiles. Clear what I'm saying? But how many instance? How many instance? I'm using how many servers here? Only one server. Understand it, guys. Only one server. Server 1 only. Easy to instance. Okay. Server 1 only. But how I'm achieving all those things here? In one server by using Docker. So Docker containers are very lightweight, guys. When I say lightweight, to host this application, login page application, you are taking one server. The server by default, it will take 8 GB RAM. Sorry, 8 GB hardware. Okay. If you can provide anything, the minimum configuration is 8 GB it will take. So if you install one server, for example, the server contains 20 GB, 30 GB capacity. Each application consumes 8, means we can host 3 applications only. Okay, to run this application. But if you install Docker inside your server, Docker will provide to run this application in the container. Docker consumes only MBs, 20 MB only. So here 8 GB, here 20 MB. So you can understand the difference. Okay, if you don't go in depth, how it will work, that's what we can discuss in the coming classes, right? You can understand just very high level only. Okay, the same application, if I run in the server, it will consume minimum server is 8 GB to run a operating system. But this operating system consumes only 20 MB. Operating system via Docker, operating system via server is a different. Okay, operating system via Docker, it will take only 20 MB to run this application, login application. The same operating system without Docker, it consumes 8 GB to run a application. That's what difference here. Okay. Okay. So in that case, I can host multiple applications, right? 20 MB is taking one application means I can host thousands of applications on the server, right? If your server is 16 GB capacity. If your OS without a Docker, if you can go 2 applications, you can host. But now there is no limit. 20 MB, 16 MB. What's the difference here? You can host multiple applications. So these containers, now the question here, these containers, again, group of people, you can go to the group of people. So in the group of people now, how they can access this container? That's what my question now here. Okay, so 2 questions we need to understand here. 2 differences we need to understand here. Okay. The first group of people here, they can access by using load balancer and auto scaling servers, right? Now, but they need to access what? Containers, right? Applications running in the containers. Docker is taking care to create a containers. Now they can access these containers. Here they can access directly server, right? By using load balancer. If the application is running here, login application. But here we need to access containers. Okay. If Docker is providing access to customers, they are accessing. Now I have created 2 containers only, right? Login page. For cloths, 2 containers. For mobiles, 2 containers. But 2 containers may be not sufficient for this group of people, right? I need to create 3, 4, or 10. Like servers, how we can increase the servers? Inside a server application is running. So we are increasing the servers to give the application support to people. Now my application is running in the container, not in server. My container is running in the Docker. My Docker is running in the EC2 server. Understand it, the difference. So my containers, I need to provide access to public. My 2 containers only running, but 2 containers are not sufficient. I can create 10 containers. No problem. 10 containers, same application. Each container 20 MB, 10 means 200 MB, right? It's taking resource from the EC2 instance. So this 200, okay, now how to create a multiple containers? Okay, Docker is created 1 container first time, like how you are going to create a first server manually. From the server, autoscaling is cloning multiple servers. Now you have created 1 container. From this container, you are going to create multiple clones, multiple containers inside same application, right? Then how I can orchestrate these containers? I need 10, I need 20, I need 2, no, I need 3, I can delete. You need to orchestrate it, right? You need to control the containers. So lakhs of containers, thousands of containers. If 2 containers you can access manually, if it's lakhs of containers, how you can access? It's a very difficult, right? That's what here Kubernetes come into the picture. So Kubernetes is saying that give your containers control to me. Okay, give your Kubernetes, give your container access to me. First of all, I can monitor everything in your containers. If required more containers, I can create. If required less containers, I can delete. So your job is to create a container only. Your job is to create a container. I can take care of everything. So once using a Docker, we can just create a containers. To give this access containers, also Kubernetes is saying, I will create a 1 service to access with this access, with that service they can access. Okay, with that service they can access. The service is Kubernetes service. So Kubernetes service. Now, whatever group of people can access directly Kubernetes service. Kubernetes is connected to containers. Clear? But Kubernetes service means what Kubernetes will create? Again, Kubernetes also create load balancer only. Clear? Kubernetes also create load balancer, but we are not going to manage anything. The load balancer that is taken care by your Kubernetes. Yes. No problem. You can ask any question. Sir, what is server? Also no problem. I'm ready to clear our doubt, right? Guys, one more thing. Don't hesitate any question. You know, you are from non-ITs, I can know. I also from non-IT before. You can ask any question. Maybe sir will feel different way. No, no, no. You can ask any question. Yes. Application. You. That's what you are here, right? You need to configure Kubernetes and Docker. Yes. Whatever you are creating ELB here you have a 1 server, 2 server, 3 server. But if you have 1,000 applications requirement, each application 1 load balancer required, right? How you can create everything manually? That's what we are depends on some orchestration tool. Orchestration is nothing but we can engage our application to customers. We can increase the application size. I mean containers. If people, 1,000 people can access your application. Maybe 2,000 can access your application. Server may not support. We need multiple servers. I mean, in this case, more containers. That is also taken care by Kubernetes. Here, auto scaling is taking care, right? To create a servers, right? Here, Kubernetes is taking care. Auto scaling job, Kubernetes has taken care. Indirectly, the backend, Kubernetes also will create auto scaling. That is, you are not creating, but we are controlling in the form of one YAML file. There is a one YAML file. In that YAML file, Kubernetes, you can create 4 containers. Kubernetes, you can give access through load balancer. So Kubernetes immediately create a containers. Not only creating a containers, give access to public by using load balancer. That is taken care by your Kubernetes YAML files. Load balancer, here load balancer, both are same. Here point is who is creating a load balancer. Here you are creating a load balancer. Here Kubernetes is going to create a load balancer. But task is same. If I ask you to create a load balancer for login page, this is very easy job you can create manually. If the same question, if I ask in different direction, there is a example.com inside. These many applications are running, right? I'll come to that, please. Here, multiple applications are running, right? To give high availability for the mobiles, one server is fine? No, 2 servers, 3 servers, 4 servers are required. If 4 servers coming to the picture, definitely the front end load balance is required to divert the traffic for 4 servers. Clear? If I ask you this question to do it, maybe you can easily do it for only one mobile application. But the backend, it is a Flipkart family, right? In the Flipkart family, thousands of applications are running. Not only mobiles, fashions, electronics, homes, appliances, travel, beauty, toys, so many things are running, right? You have to create servers for electronics also. You have to create servers for appliances also. Not only creating a servers, you have to create multiple servers. Again, give it into the load balancer. Load balancer for home and furniture. Load balancer for mobiles. Load balancer for travels. So 1,000 applications there means how you can create 1,000 load balancers. Is it easy? No, right? I'm looking for any approach. I can give. I need a 5 load balancers. I need a 3 servers. I need a 10 containers. I'm looking for some reference. That reference is providing Kubernetes. Clear? Kubernetes is saying, I have a powerful YAML file. I have a powerful YAML file. Kubernetes is saying that. In that powerful YAML file, if you mention how many containers you require, if you run my YAML file, I will create those many containers. Clear? You can understand very well now if I show this Kubernetes YAML file. Let me show my GitHub account again. What is the reference for Kubernetes, guys? Kubernetes is creating application means what is the main reference? Kubernetes is creating containers, right? What is the main reference? From where Kubernetes is creating a containers? Docker, right? Right or not? Docker job, this is the image. I build it. I can create a containers. I can also orchestrate, but Docker is not much level like Kubernetes. That's what we are using Docker as a create image only. Once Docker is created image, don't do anything. I will take care of Kubernetes is saying. So once Docker is created image means, can I compare with image like a jar file? Jar file contains what? Source code, plugins, dependencies. After generating a jar file, you are building a image. Why? Microservices will not understand jar files, will understand images only. You are creating image from where? Source file, source jar file. Now image is ready, right? Image is ready. If I create a container or if you create a server, application will run. If application will run server or container, you will decide. If only one application, I can deploy directly server, I can give access to public. No, this project contains 1,000 applications. So creating servers are very difficult. Creating containers is very easy. That's what I can create a one server. I will install Docker on that server. From the Docker, create a multiple containers instead of creating a multiple servers. So if you have a multiple servers, you can orchestrate by using load balancer and auto scaling. No, but you are not creating multiple servers. You are creating multiple containers. Who will control those containers? Kubernetes. Why? It's very difficult controlling 1,000 containers, right? I needed some reference. See, guys, if I give some, for example, some automation tasks are there. So many making ice creams. If you give set points 1, 2, 3, 4, it will make it ready, right? No, if it is not, why it is make it ready? There is a reference of keyboard there. In the keyboard, I can increase the sugar, I can decrease the sugar in the keyboard. But actual task is the backend is physically something is adding sugar, something is removing sugar, right? But reference is what here? Your keyboard. Same Kubernetes, they are giving like a keyboard some YAML file. In the YAML file, you can apply how many containers are required. How you can give access to these containers. You can provide in the YAML files. If you can see in the my project, for example, any one project, understand only one point. What is the reference, Kubernetes reference? Kubernetes reference coming from where? Docker image, right? So this is one project, what we have implemented. If you can see my Terraform, sorry, not this one. If you can see Kubernetes, YAML files are there, right? If you can go deployment at YAML, I'm deploying one application. Application there where now image. Docker is ready. Hey, Docker is saying your image is ready. The image contains source code plus dependencies plus plugins. You can run in server. You can give access. They can access your application. But we are unable to create multiple servers. You can create a containers. So, okay, Kubernetes is saying I can create a containers. Give your source image reference. So this is the Kubernetes deployment YAML. Here, if you can see, this is the image reference. Kubernetes can create containers from the reference of image. This image reference will come from where? Docker. For Docker, the reference will come from where? Jar file. The jar file reference will come from source code. The source code will come reference from developers. The developers instructions coming from design time. Clear now? Now your image is ready. We need a containers to run this application. And we need a server to run this application. We are very clear servers we are not using here. We are using containers. So we are saying Kubernetes, you can create a containers by using this reference. This is the image. Okay. How many containers required? You can define here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like auto scaling. If you give 3 means Kubernetes, the background maybe run auto scaling to create a containers. That's not in our job. This is our reference. That's it only. Install Kubernetes in your system. Install Docker in your system. Give YAML file to Kubernetes. Hey, Docker already there. Docker already built image. This is the image. You can run a containers. How many? You can give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your reference. You don't go to load balancer and create a load balancer. You don't go create auto scaling to create auto scaling. Clear now? It is a managed service. It is taking care. Okay, Kubernetes is saying image is ready now. I can create a containers. But in Kubernetes language, we should not call containers. We can call it pods. Okay, we can call it pods. Leave for container terminology now. But inside pods, containers are there. Kubernetes creating a pod means indirectly Kubernetes creating a container from the image and applying a one layer of the container. That layer is called a pod. Clear now? Okay, my pods are running, application is there, everything is there. Then how I can give access? So in this case, you have given access by using load balancer. Clear? Whoever hit your load balancer, indirectly they are accessing your application. But how I can give access here? Kubernetes is deployed a containers, means pods. My pods are running. I need to give access to public. So Kubernetes is saying, you have deployed container, means pod. I have a one more YAML file to give access to public. That YAML is called service.yaml. The service YAML dedicatedly work to give to access public only, whatever you are running. Clear now? If you can see, I have deployed some Hotstar application. The reference is Hotstar Docker image. Now Hotstar application name is here. Hotstar application labels are here. Now I'm going to create a service to give access to public. Which service? Which application? Hotstar application. How service you know? By using this label. Your deployment also label is same app equal to Hotstar, right? In this case, in your Kubernetes, multiple applications are there. Hotstar, Prime, Swig, whatever, AHA. But this service is only used for Hotstar. How can you say? This is the matter here. Selector. If you can go into your deployment.yaml, there is a selector, right? App equal to Hotstar. Means that service will link to this deployment YAML. Whoever accessing service YAML, this service is linked to Hotstar deployment container application. Clear? But how to give access? See, type equal to load balancer. You just define this word only in my YAML. You don't create load balancer. I will create it. Reference YAML. Again, reference YAML. To create an application, to create a pod, reference YAML is a deployment.yaml. To provide access to public, reference YAML is a service.yaml. In the service.yaml, we have a multiple approaches to give to access. But we are using only load balance approach in the real time. So if you create a Kubernetes deployment.yaml, you can create a service.yaml. If you can mention a load balancer, Kubernetes will create a load balancer. No need to create by you. In that case, you have to manage the YAML files only. If 100 applications are there, 100 YAML files will come. In the 100 YAML files, you just go to give the changes. Hey, my YAML for shoes, my YAML for clothes, my YAML files for whatever furnitures. You can open that YAML file directly. You can change the set point in the deployment. If you need a 3 containers, if you need a 4 containers, no need to go in the architecture network, go in the load balancer and application servers. No, you can open only YAML files. Sir, my YAML files, my clots, containers already busy, 3 containers. I need to change to 4. Don't go. No need to go log in inside in your servers or something. Open your YAML files. 10 required now, change it to 10. This is which deployment? Clots deployment. Okay, there is a mobiles deployment also. Okay, open mobiles deployment YAML in the Kubernetes. Change the set point. Sir, we are going to give access to mobiles to public. Okay, you can go to service. Mobiles service YAML. Give load balancer type. They can access. So instead of accessing multiple things, we are taking as a reference as a Kubernetes. We are controlling a containers. You need a mobiles containers 10. Open mobiles deployment.yaml, give 10. So I need to disable the access to public for mobiles. Open service.yaml in the type load balance, remove it. Load balance will delete immediately. No one can access. Is it clear what I'm trying to say? So if you can see here on the architecture, this is monolithic approach, directly straightforward. You are uploading your application to servers, but we are using microservice approach by using Kubernetes. So instead of multiple servers, one servers, multiple containers. Who we can create a containers in the form of pods? Kubernetes. Who we can give the images? Docker. If you can see here, architecture will divide. This is very important. So when the Docker will come here? After GitHub? when this is the one approach to monolithic. No, if I want to convert into microservices, when the Docker will come, which stage? Which stage Docker will come? Anyone? Any guess? Where should I mention my Docker? Here na? No. Here na? No. Here na? No. Here na? No. Source code is ready. Here na? Here na? Or here na? After source code, okay, this is Java project. Then who will provide plugins for your Docker? Docker, if you provide Docker na here, Docker image will create from the source code. But in the source code, is there any plugins? In the source code, is there any plugins here? Dependencies? No, only code is there. When the source code will come, after Maven, plugins will provide. Jar will generate. Right or not? Jar will generate here. This jar file contains source code plus dependencies, plugins. It is ready to deployment, right? From that, you can create image. Right or not? Image is ready to deployment. No. Jar file is ready to deployment into servers. Image is ready to deployment into containers. That is the difference. It will divide into two parts. If you are going to, okay, I will show you here. Two things, guys. This is your jar file, right? For example, you can deploy jar file directly into server, right or not? Traditional server, I mean AWS server. No, I'm not going to run jar file directly server. I'm using microservice approach. This is monolithic. So what we can do in the microservice approach? This jar file is ready now. Again, we can convert into image format, right? Now image is ready, right? Who will come into the picture? This image will create by Docker. Clear? Who will create image from the Docker file? So in the jar file, Docker. Docker will create image. How to create, we can discuss in the coming class. This is very difficult if I say no. Docker will create an image from the jar file. Now image is ready, right? Where should I deploy? First, we need one more server, right? Server is required. How many images we can orchestrate? So now on top of the server, Kubernetes. So each image we can create a containers. So I can say now pod. Okay, containers means pod you can consider. Now image is deploying to your pods by using Kubernetes. Now we can give the access to public by using Kubernetes service. Kubernetes K8s both are same, guys. K8 service. What type of service it is? Load balancer again. That's it, guys. Difference between microservice and monolithic. So in this case, I can create from the jar file, I can create image. Clear? By using what? Docker. So you need to install Docker in your local machine. So image is ready. Now you can directly deploy into containers in the form of containers. So this image is contains cloths. Okay. So container class are deployed. We can give access to Kubernetes load balancer service. Clear, guys? This is the we are going to learn in 3 months, just the very high level. So one more question, guys. Here, how many servers we are using? One server, right? If that server may fail, what happened? So Kubernetes will manage node high availability also, not only container high availability. If one node may fail, if node is nothing but one server, immediately create one more node. Node or server high availability. Okay, so LO is Kubernetes. Kubernetes is taking care containers high availability, server high availability. So let me write that one also. I'm writing pods, okay? Pods high availability. So Kubernetes is equal to pods high availability, nodes high availability. So pod contains what? Pod contains inside container. Container inside application. Very good. Container inside application. Application means what? Your source code plus dependencies. Clear now? Dependencies. Clear, guys? So let me take this one, the reference of this one. Okay. I'm just explaining this pod here. What is pod? I can say login pod or cloths pod, whatever it is. Okay. This is the story of DevOps. Tell me, guys, is it clear? Offline team is all are clear, looks like. What about online team? Yes, surely. I will show you, Pawan, your request. Next. Is it clear or not? First, DevOps lifecycle, is it clear? Monolithic and microservices. I think new joiners also very clear. So, sir, give full view of this roadmap, sir, there where we can take a screenshot. Yeah. No issue. I will share to this content to everyone. Paste option is not working. How to share this content? Guys, tomorrow, Monday, we are going to create a Telegram group, Google Classroom for everyone, and GitHub to everyone. I'm going to create a GitHub. I'm going to place everything from the day 1 to day 8. I'm going to upload over there. You have a reference for recordings. You have a reference for material. You have a reference for running nodes. Just go through it for one day. You need to plan it. On Monday onwards, or everyday notes I'm going to share day by day into the respective platforms. Is it clear, everyone? Now, again, I'm going to show this architecture. Now, I think no need to explain this architecture. Right? Maybe this you may not understand, the Jenkins, but you can understand, right? GitHub, creating a first server by using Terraform, next Sonar for code quality check, next Maven to generate a jar, Docker Hub to create an image, and image can create a container, or without creating a container, directly you can deploy to Amazon EKS. It will create a pod, right? Clear the architecture now? Yes. This is architecture. Trivy, security scanner of your image. These are security tools, Sonar and Trivy. What? No? Could you please explain once again this one? Which one? This one? Okay. Okay, guys. This is what developer systems. Send the code to GitHub. So here, what is Terraform? What is EC2? To run your dependencies, you need a first one server. That server I'm using a Terraform to create it. That's it only. So these are all dependencies, source code, all information there in GitHub. So Jenkins taking the information from there and start the work to analyze the Sonar quality test for this GitHub inside code. And again, Jenkins analyze the build process from the GitHub source code and analyze Jenkins build the Docker image by using Docker Hub from the source code. And again, Jenkins apply Trivy scanner from the Docker image, and the Jenkins will create a container from the Docker Hub, and Jenkins deploy this code into Kubernetes. See, you need to understand, guys, here. Docker will do Docker job. Trivy will do Trivy job. Container will do container job. Maven will do Maven job. Same EKS will do EKS job. Who will tell, hey, you will work now? Now you will work now. Hey, Docker, you will work after Maven only. Is it correct or not? If I work directly with Docker, there is no dependencies. From the source code, if I build a Docker, there is no dependence. Only source code is there. If I deploy directly code into Kubernetes, Kubernetes will not work. Then who will guide here? Hey, Maven. Hey, Sonar. Hey, Docker. Who will call? Jenkins will call. Otherwise, you need to run, right? Okay, source code is there, boss. Now I will run SonarQube manually. SonarQube will test your code. Okay, after SonarQube result, you can run Maven. After Maven result, you can run Docker Hub. You need to do every step, right? But in real environment, we are not supposed to run. It has to run. That's what CI/CD, right? What is continuous integration, continuous deployment? For example, this guy is absent today. Some issue is there in your source code. Some customer there raise the complaint. I'm unable to access Flipkart, something. Immediately developers, after changes done, push the changes, new code here, rectifying the issues code here. So immediately you need to start a SonarQube to test the code quality, whatever changes has been done by developer, is it good or not? Immediately you can generate the jar again. The jar contains recent changes. You need to run. After that, you need to run. Who will run these things? Jenkins fault in the real time. If you are not there or not, whenever developers push that recent changes, it will collect from run Sonar, run Maven, run Docker, run Trivy, run container, run Argo CD, run deploy TKS. That Jenkins. So behalf of 4 guys, work Jenkins will do, automate it. But understand the workflow. The workflow will orchestrate by Jenkins. That's it only. And EKS we need to create before. That's what Jenkins is created job 1, make it ready EKS first. If you are start deployment first, there is no EKS where you are going to deploy. That's what Jenkins is create by using Terraform EKS first. Your deployment server is ready now. Then start your process and deploy it. That's what job one is created EKS first. Job two to do all activities and deploy to your server. Job zero is pulling from the code in the GitHub. Clear? Yeah. But don't put your effect on that. This is day 1, day 2, day 3. You don't know what is Jenkins, right? You don't know Docker. How you can expect 100% from this? Even 3.5 months experience guys from work with me closely. They are also face so many challenges, but you are starting baby steps now. How you can understand? So try to understand just workflow only. Okay, Docker required, Kubernetes required, Jenkins required. That's it. How Jenkins will configure if you ask me now? This is very difficult to explain from my end. Yeah. Clearly understanding, right? What is the Ansible role? See, Ansible is a different story. The Ansible, what I can say, yeah, I will say one thing, Ansible. In this flow, there is no Ansible. Ansible, only the task is, for example, one server, you need to install, okay, you need to install some Node.js application related stuff. That server is running in the same application, related information is doing by Ansible. If you're creating one more server, same configurations required. That Ansible will take care of that multiple configurations. By using only Ansible, if you are deploying Jenkins in one server, you have m install Jenkins -y means Jenkins is going to install your server. If you go and install Jenkins download in my local laptop, you can click on Jenkins anywhere. If it is a Mac OS, if it is something, you can click on it anywhere. Maybe somewhere there is some link is there. Means Jenkins is going to download in your local laptop. If you have 100 laptops, you want to install Jenkins into 100 laptop, means 100 EC2 instance. You have to click 100 times for each laptop, one. Like you have to install Jenkins for 100 laptop or 100 EC2 instance. You have to install manually. So Ansible is saying, do one thing, one mission install me in server 1. Give instructions to me. Remaining 99 servers install Jenkins. I will install it. That's what Ansible can do. See, multi-configurations. See, if I install Jenkins in my local laptop, I need to click and install it. Same thing. So if you assign me work, sir, please download my servers also Ansible. I need to take your laptops, install one by one. No, what I can do, I will install Ansible in my server, my laptop. I will take your all laptops IPs. I will configure in my Ansible configure file and give one command. Hey command, apply for 99 laptops. The 99 laptops IP is already given to you. You can install it. Ansible will install all 100 servers Jenkins. Is it clear? That's what Ansible come into the picture. Multi-configurations. So the CI/CD pipeline one-time activity. So why is the DevOps engineer role? Who will create CI/CD pipeline? You only create a pipeline, right? You have to configure pipeline, right? See, that's what DevOps engineers, will not work single project at a time. If I given this project pipeline setup handout to that, they will engage to other project. Coming to the support role, yes, also DevOps engineers are there. Support role means, see, this time, maybe, this is your architecture. Maybe they want to change it. You have to change that pipeline. No, we can involve Ansible here. You can involve SonarQube here. We can involve here also apply microservice approach. You are the role, right? You have to configure the monitoring system. You have to configure the security system. See, Once a developer push the code, you are the boss for your project. My code is quality not good. Ask to DevOps engineer. My code is getting error. Ask to DevOps engineer. My code is monitoring is not, there is no monitoring, proper monitoring. Ask to DevOps engineer. I need to decrease the price on this architecture. Ask to DevOps engineer. They will give some solution to you. That's what it will come into the picture. Okay. And if you can see in any net bank, not on a net banking, if you open one application, the right corner, there is a version. Observe V1.1.9 something version. Version is nothing but even you are using mobiles, laptops, right? You will get some notification version update. What it is, developers update the code. See, this code may help for the backend UI. You can tell me now, whoever asked this question, sir, why developers every day do I need to do I need to work every day or not? This question is for you. This answer is for you. Do you really think this image looks like always? Tomorrow, if you open Flipkart, is it really slides like this only? Maybe some offer will come. Maybe this UI will change. Maybe this travels will go this way. Maybe this will come the top. Maybe November, December, everyone can shop the clothes. Clothes offer will come. Maybe mobiles will maybe comes under big offers, right? How it will come? Your pipeline will run, right or not? Developers changes into their code again, like here. Okay, I'm going to add some offers in this code, deploy it. Send it into the GitHub. Immediately pipeline will run. How pipeline will run? Based on the alert. If some changes are there in GitHub, immediately pipeline will run. Pipeline run means what? Maven will run. Maven will run means Sonar will run. Sonar will run means Docker will run. Docker will run means your Kubernetes YAML file will run. Your Kubernetes YAML file run means your container will run again. Why we need to run? Updates. These are updates may update in that. Now your application will change the backend UI. Now again version 3. This is not good. Change it everything in the UI. Okay, developers push the code. Your pipeline will run. Process is same, right? Your code will dynamic. Your pipeline will not dynamic. Your code will change. Your destination is Kubernetes. That's it. You have to orchestrate the pipeline 1,000 times. Your code will change. There is no impact on your pipelines. You are getting source from where? Developers output code, right? That's it. Is it clear, everyone? If code will change, image will change. Docker image will change. Docker image latest flag will come. If Docker image change, Kubernetes will run latest image again. Latest image indicates updates. Deploying a server. That's it. Deploying a Kubernetes. So this changes every day maybe happen. So every day your pipeline has to run. If DevOps engineer is there, something pipeline may error, who will rectify that issue? We don't have much time, right? Immediately we need to trigger it. That's what DevOps engineers are there again. Is it clear? Online team? Exactly, you are right, Nagarjuna. Everyone clear, right? One more. If you can see this entire project, at least you will understand 10%. Go to this project. I'm not going to taking much time now. If you can see here, EKS Terraform, why? We need to create first Terraform, right? Make it ready your make it ready your Kubernetes before, right? Your deployment is Kubernetes. By using Terraform, I'm creating a Kubernetes. I'm creating a node group, Kubernetes. Yes, your Kubernetes is ready now. Now, you need to prepare your deployment.yamls, service.yaml. See, only change your image place. Your image will change. That's it. Okay. Who will generate an image? So we need a Docker also, right? So come here. There is a Docker file, right? Docker file is what? To generate your image. Once you run this file, image will generate. What is the source of this Docker file? Your source code or your Maven or your NPM, whatever it is. Okay, Docker file also there. What is source? This is the code. This is the code. So if you can see this repository, we are able to see Docker file. We are able to see SRC means your code, source code. Your EKS creating by Terraform also ready. Docker also ready. What is main EC2? You need one EC2 to run these all activities. Install Jenkins, install something. So there is install.sh to install all work. See, install Kubernetes, install Trivy. These are the related plugins to communicate your Kubernetes, Docker, Sonar. This will hand out to Jenkins. Jenkins will take care of this thing. Okay, I will install Maven. I will install Jenkins. I will install something to the server. Clear? This is the things. If I run this install.sh, Terraform will create one EC2 instance along with the Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Trivy, all dependencies. So if I run Kubernetes YAML file, it will run. If I run Kubernetes YAML file into your EC2 server, first Kubernetes is there in your server. Clear? So you need to install Kubernetes. If you want to run Docker in your server, first Docker should be there in your server. It will install Docker. So how I can give reference? Install.sh bash script. Install all Docker, Terraform, Maven, Trivy, required all install in one server. To provide the source files from here, it will run it. Clear? That's what. TF is used to build Kubernetes. Yes, TF is used to build Kubernetes. Build means create a Kubernetes. We are creating a some resource, cluster, everything we are going but Terraform. Kubernetes is I'm going to discuss, I'm going to teach on Kubernetes EKS service, AWS EKS service. AWS EKS is a Kubernetes. So AWS service means we're using Terraform to create it. Okay, let me, any questions from anyone? Priyanka, okay. Priyanka NNZ. Who Priyankas are there? I don't know, is it? Okay.
Sir.
Yeah, Priyanka, you can talk now. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. So my doubt is like, I mean, can you just go to that that picture which you were explaining?
Architecture or what I've explained
Yeah,
here?
yeah, architecture. Yeah, architecture. Yeah, high level one. No, not this one, sir. Another one. I just said you to explain once again, right? That one.
Okay.
So my doubt, yeah, this one. So my
Hmm.
doubt is like, you have said that we can create it monolithic way or else microservices way, right?
Yeah.
So in both the cases, we will be deploying in cloud, right? That is Amazon EC2 instance.
Yes.
Okay, so here the Terraform, if initially the Git, I mean from the Git we are creating the jar, and then the jar from there the Terraform is creating EC2 and then Kubernetes and then Maven, Docker, Maven, whatever all the other applications in one go Terraform, right?
Okay, let me clear something here. Terraform here will take the script only create a EC2 instance, not source code.
Okay.
Source code is to deploy Maven deployment. See, if you can see my thing here. Here so many directories are there, right? I'm not taking as a source code for Terraform. I'm taking main EC2 code to create an EC2 instance.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. So Terraform is a tool which creates that EC2 instance from the source code, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so after that Jenkins will come into the picture, and as you said, like one job is it to create this EKS, and then another job goes in this way where it creates all these Docker Hub, Trivy and all those at one go, and then these will do whatever the respective works they are assigned to, and at last the both will merge at Amazon EKS, correct, sir?
Exactly. Why this instance? Amazon EC2? See,
okay.
if Jenkins will do some activities, means Jenkins will run in one server, right? That server is for Jenkins. Clear? If I install Jenkins in my laptop, if I start the project, My laptop is a base to do the project, right? In this case, base is Amazon EC2. You can consider this is your laptop.
Okay. Okay, sir. Got it.
Yeah. If you go inside of the Jenkins to orchestrate all jobs, first you need a Jenkins. You have to enter into the Jenkins. How you can enter into the Jenkins? You have to create one EC2 instance first. That EC2 instance is nothing but your laptop or server. In that, we are installing Jenkins and log in a Jenkins. Now start your work, Jenkins. Your source files are there in the GitHub. You can take the source file, run a Maven first. Where is Maven? Maven related information also there in that. Okay, where is Docker? Docker Hub information there in the Docker file. Okay, where is Privy? Privy already installed in the same server. Okay, where is containers? Containers, whenever you are deploy a Docker Hub, it will create. Okay, where is Kubernetes? Kubernetes files also there in the my GitHub. Clear? Jenkins source reference are all are here only. To run a Jenkins, to open a Jenkins, to log in a Jenkins, we need at least one EC2 instance. Where is Jenkins? We have to deploy in any server, right? Then go to inside of the Jenkins, then start the work. For example, run this project in your local laptop means at least you need a laptop, right? Hey, run this project where? Laptop. You need a laptop, right? Are you going to hand over this laptop to your client? No. See, to run this project, I need a server, either laptop or EC2 instance, but we are not choosing as a platform laptop, right? This project client will run end of the day. Client will run means client will not take your laptop. Client will access your server from his end. Access means it is a cloud environment server. Anyone can access, right? The cloud environment server is EC2 instance. Maybe he will follow same EC2 instance. Maybe he will create new EC2 instance. These are all the reference. You need to create a first EC2 instance from this source. Then start your work. Login into Jenkins server. I can say this, change the name, main EC2 to Jenkins. Maybe you can clear your doubts. Clear? Monolithic. See, monolithic also, your EC2 is a target deployment, right? You don't need, what? Physical server, if you are going to deploy your application in physical server, no need for AWS here. No Terraform, no AWS. We are physical server means what? There is no cloud environment. There is no cloud server. Directly servers are there physically. You can deploy application from connect your server from your laptop, deploy into physical server. But physical server, there is no high availability, right? In the cloud, if required 3 servers, 4 servers, you are giving set points, creating a servers. But physical server, you can see only one server. If you need 2, 3, 4, you need to purchase and say, okay, bring into your office and put here, right? And connect your laptops. There is a big task, right? Next. Clear? Guys, still any doubts? You need to understand one thing. If you are a new joiner, this is your first class, this is your second class, third class. Don't expect 100% clarity. This is very difficult, you know. Even though I can say you are good, you are a good place, you are a good shape, I can say that. Even though you are trying to understand what is a DevOps cycle, you know, to understand what is DevOps, it will take at least 10 days. But you are able to understand it this time. We have a Docker, we have a Kubernetes, we have a all these things. You know something at least. What is GitHub files looks like. Yes, I'm going to create a Lambda also. Let me show here, you can understand. I'm going to cover Lambda also, guys, don't worry. Jenkins with Lambda, okay. I'm going to show you the Jenkins. It is not like others. Maybe they can show Jenkins with only one pipeline, maybe connect with Docker. Just they will show this is the approach, but I'm not like that. I'm going to show all approaches what we have in the present time. Jenkins with EC2, Lambda, S3, GitHub, Docker, JFrog, so many things. Sonar, Kubernetes DB, all approaches I'm going to cover. Don't worry in that. Okay. So maybe you may be confused what is JFrog, sir. JFrog is nothing but artifact storage. Simple thing, very simple thing. You can come here. You are generating jar files, war files, right? We can store somewhere for reference of all list of jar files. That's it only. That is artifact storage. Sir, we have a GitHub now, sir. GitHub only source code. There is no dependencies, right? But if you can go artifact, it is meaning it is ready to deploy code. So images also we can store in artifacts, list of images. You are building images, right? These images will go and store in some of your references. That is artifact. That's it only. Okay, guys, if you're clear means we can, we can use everything. VM versus cloud server. Okay, Pavan. Just be patient for 5 minutes. I will show you that. So just keep these points, remember, in your mind, so that I will explain now what is difference between cloud and on-premises. Okay. No, not required to learn Python scripting, guys. You can learn in which level to understand the requirement from the developers. If developers, hey, this is my Python script, I need some dependencies, Boto3. What is Boto3? At that phase, you are not at that phase. Okay, there is a Boto3 for Python run. So you need to understand at least. No one can give the script to write a script. UI is also there. Yes, UI also there to check images. JFrog UI. Okay, physical server and what cloud server. Only simple difference, guys. You have a two servers in your premises. That is called on premises. Servers are maintained in your premises. That is called on premises. So in your servers, for example, the tools to run a servers, definitely so many dependencies required, right? Electricity and AC. I mean, that is called ventilation and maintenance and manpower, good security system. Okay, these many required. So if it is a physical server, let's example, physical servers also your laptop also, right? Physical laptops are considered as a physical servers. So your server, you need to provide electricity. I mean, your laptop. You need to provide ventilation system. I mean, fan. You have to provide proper maintenance, otherwise it will not work in the future. I mean, manpower means you are the manpower for your laptop. Security. If you are not properly, carrying your laptop, someone may can steal, means your data may be exposed to them. These are the things are there, right? And if you get a one project to develop into your physical servers, for example, physical servers, immediately third server will required. Two servers are fine, but immediately third server is required. You need to purchase third server and maintain into your existing servers list. So how difficult it is to see, this is not a minute job, hour job. To place a one server in that existing servers list, it's matter of days, not a minutes and seconds. So not only this thing, if you are increasing this servers count, definitely your dependencies also will increase, right? To running a server, electricity, ventilation, everything. If two people are required to check two servers, now 1,000 servers means 1,000 people required, definitely. Security also like that, maintenance, ventilation, everything, your increasing cost will increase. So we cannot take decision quickly. If the application is more popular, whatever you are hosting on the physical server, to provide high availability, you don't know how many servers required. In the cloud, we cannot just numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. But here is, if you can give the number, who will build a servers here? You are all the owner, right? You are the owner. You are everything for this server. No one is there. If the increasing number will not work, your manager will say, hey, increase the server. This is a simple word only. But you have to go market or anywhere to purchase a server somewhere. You have to configure it, right? To your existing application. Again, sir, our electricity system, ventilation system already occupied with 3 servers. Fourth, 5 it is will not support. Then increase this system also. So these are all challenges to provide high availability, security in the on-premise server. But what cloud is saying, you can just create a server, same server. In cloud, any cloud. So my job, what we need to do, our job is to provide servers to all. We are here to provide servers. That's it. You can choose what type of configuration you required. You can host your application. Okay. Then what about these things? No. I will take care of that everything. If you create a one server, you just connect server, start your work. The backend dependencies of electricity, ventilation, manpower, security, everything we have to take care. That is not your job. So if it is a 1, 2 or 1,000, you just define in a numbers. We will create in a minutes. If our application is more popular, increase the servers count, no problem. So we will provide, but here is not possible immediately, right? It will take, we have to wait some days, but here it's happen on the fly. We can maintain parallelly, we can create a servers like auto scaling has to do that. Auto scaling load balance also there in the on-premises also, but we have to maintain the backend so many things. But here, no, we see to create a load balancer, who will create a load balancer? What they are investing on the load balancer? What ventilation system is running in the load balance? These are not related to us. Create load balancer, that's it only. The backend things we are taking care. But here is not like that. You are the boss for everything. But here you are the creator only. Provider is taking care of all the dependencies. Clear? Okay. So also we have a dedicated high availability system. One server may fail, one more server we can create immediately. And we have a large network system. You can create server in anywhere, any country. We can move the server from there to there by using just configurations only, access, in terms of access. But here is not possible, right? If servers are there in Hyderabad, it will not, if you want to move these servers into Bangalore, it's not easy task, right? So like that we can take care of in the cloud. This is much difference, only major difference. And costing. For example, if you are build 1,000 servers, but you are not using here the servers, you have to pay even though dependencies cost. If you create 1,000 servers, after 2 minutes or 3 minutes, if you delete it, they are giving 1,000 servers 3 minutes running cost charge only. Oh, you have given a big task to me to create 1,000 servers, but you are using 3 minutes. No, you have to pay 1 year fare. It is not like that. Pay as you go. Clear? I have a lot of money. I don't want to use microservice architecture applications. So still the AWS will support. Yeah. See, you are taking one server to deploy Docker, right? Does AWS is giving anything to you? Oh, you can create only 1, 2, 3. No, you can create 1,000 servers. Who will stop you? But end of the day, you need to understand one thing. You have to hand out your project to your client, right? Hey, these are the 1 lakh servers you have to handle. What? I need to handle 1 lakh servers. If some server made down, how do I know which server made down? Also, it's very difficult, right? So as a DevOps engineer, you have to give your architecture in very, very, very clean way and very, very easy way. See, if you see this architecture, people may think, oh my God, DevOps architecture is like that. This is for only one server, 3 servers. If I show here 1,000 servers here, how difficult to understand you guys to only architecture, then how you can handle the project, the multiple servers. That's what microservice is coming to the picture. The market now lead in the microservices. Understand? So the same question I can ask Nagarjuna. You have a lot of money to create user to users, right? You can create servers in physical also. If you have a lot of money, right or not? If you have a lot of money, you can create a project by purchasing your servers. So many things are there. But end of the day, make it easy our job. Can't we go from here Hyderabad, this place to, okay, high-tech city by train? We can go. I can book bench car from here to her. We can go. I can book rapid also can go by walk. So many options are there, but we need to choose easiest option, right? Instead of going Secunderabad and book a ticket from here to high-tech city for only 10 kilometers, you are increasing your job. Clear or not? That's what DevOps, we need to understand it. I hope you guys are very clear for today class, right? VM is nothing but if VM is in the physical server, that is physical VM. If VM is there in the cloud, that is cloud VM. That is the difference. Okay, guys. Happy weekend to everyone. So, virtual mission. VM means virtual mission. I think Priyanka and whoever asked this question, can you just go to my virtualization recording? You will get a more clarity. If I say virtualization, maybe you will confuse that. No, Priyanka, if this is not, if I elaborate now, link is there already. Can anyone please share the recordings list here? Already shared the recordings list, Srikanth by Srikanth. Guys, yeah, here only. Day 1 to day 8, Srikanth already shared. Guys, don't miss virtualization concept in the. Okay, this is the YouTube. You can click on that. If you go these links, guys, these are very, very important sessions. You will get very good clarity on virtual mission. What is DevOps? Control C. Do one thing, guys. Just to go through the recordings. Still, if you have a doubt, I will plan virtualization class in next Saturday. Is it clear? As a backup class. Yes, I can say that. I can help you on that. Yeah. Okay, Priyanka. So Priyanka, do one thing. Go to the recording of the virtualization, maybe day 4 or day 5. Still, if you guys are having doubts, just ping me. I mean, tomorrow we are going to create a Telegram link. You guys, you can ping me one-to-one. You can call me one-to-one. If you have still doubt, I can explain there also. No, sir. Group of people are decided to take one more time backup as a virtual mission. You can discuss in the group. I'm going to get a group. I will plan the next Saturday. What's wrong in that? That's it. Clear, guys? Okay. So can you give final CCT from everyone so that I can understand where you are in the backup class? Okay. This is very big class, I think. We have started 10 hours. Yeah. Thank you. Guys, one more thing. Don't think much. Leave it, sleep well, enjoy the weekend. I will take care of the 3.5 months this content. What is JFrog? What is Kubernetes? I'm not asking you to go through anywhere. I'm here to give spoon feeding on that. Okay, leave it, enjoy the weekend. Don't think anything, leave it for this class now itself. Okay. This is high level. What is DevOps only? We are going to take care of everything, right? That's what 3.5 months. Yeah. Please enjoy the weekend. Bye. Yeah.